I'm going to show you how Slater Gordon are consistently generating over £3.6 million in revenue every month on autopilot. If you run a law firm or you're in charge of a law firm's digital marketing, this is for you. If you have the capacity for more clients but can't find them, want to expand the company, want to build on your existing marketing, or just want to grow your brand and build a consistent source of new clients, this video is for you, so stay tuned. Not only will I show you what's working for Slater Gordon and what you should replicate, I'm also going to show you where they're underperforming so you can see how to beat them. So let's start with the results they're getting. In the month of May 2017, just last month, they got 93,859 visitors through organic search alone, not taking into account their paid traffic. So according to this study from WordStream, a top performing website in the legal industry converts 6.46% of traffic into inquiries, leaving them with 6,063 inquiries a month. Guessing a solid sales process converts 30% of those inquiries into clients. That's 1,818 clients a month. Taking a conservative value of £2,000 each, that creates an estimated monthly revenue of over £3.6 million. My name's Benjamin Church and I run Intoto Law. In fact, there I am. Now, you may be getting okay results from your marketing efforts and just looking to improve, or you may not be seeing much benefit yet. Either way, if potential clients who are actively searching for your services can't find you very easily, then you've got three main problems. The first one is that the money you've invested in your website isn't producing a return and has basically gone to waste. Secondly, you're actually helping your competitors to get more clients by leaving very valuable marketing real estate to them. And thirdly, through leaving that space open to them, you're also helping them establish superior brands as more and more people start to associate their name with the search term they've used to find them. Even if you're doing okay, you'll see later on that there's a significant difference between the number of visits going to the top ranking site compared to even just the second, never mind third or fourth. Now, if you don't want to or can't implement what we're about to show you, we're offering the first 100 people that sign up to our mailing list between now and the end of July a free video analysis of how these techniques apply specifically to your business and can help you consistently generate more leads. And we've had to limit it because there are only so many people we can help, so please do make sure you get in before the deadline runs out and before your competitors do. You can sign up to our mailing list on this page that you can see here. I'll put the link below. Or you can email me personally at benjamin@intotolaw.com. For now, let's look at what Slater Gordon are doing to get the results we've seen and what they should be doing to improve them. So the key to Slater Gordon's success, as we've seen, really comes down to their organic search and the positions they hold within it. So you can see obviously a lot of people searching for their name, but that's because they've already heard of them through searching things like medical negligence, family law solicitors, and all these other search terms that they hold prominent positions for. You can see here medical negligence, they hold the number one spot. This is actually a rich snippet result, kind of position 0. That's something a little bit different. But I'm going to be concentrating on personal injury searches because this is an area where they're doing extremely well, but there's also room for improvement. So, for example, personal injury lawyer and personal injury in particular, they're coming up second and outranking the Map Pack, which doesn't happen very often, but they're second to Citizens Advice. They've also got their Google ad here. So that one position is going to be costing them revenue. According to this study from Moz, the difference between first and second position is around 16.2% in terms of visitors, in terms of traffic actually visiting you. So according to SEMrush, there are 1,600 people searching for that, so what's that, 320 visitors a month visiting Citizens Advice instead of Slater Gordon and costing them real money. So let's have a look at what they're doing well to get to this position and what they could be doing better to outperform Citizens Advice. So let's start by looking at their website. The first thing to note is that Slater Gordon are running Google Analytics to track how visitors use the site, which also means that Google can see how visitors use the site. So if people don't engage, then that can really affect the performance in organic results. So one of the key elements in getting people to engage is the content that appears above the fold. So, but by which I mean without scrolling. So let's have a look at what Slater Gordon have got. They've got some good points with the number in the top. They've got their lead generation form here, and some social proof being funneled in, so very recent, as well as a no-win, no-fee sales proposition, which isn't necessarily unique, but is certainly a strong one. However, I do feel there's room for improvement. To me, this feels very busy. It's a bit cluttered. There's no single clear call to action. In fact, the call to action has to be scrolled down to be found, and also the color scheme doesn't really. If there was an orange button here that just really stood out and really directed the user to make contact and just asked for less information, it's a balancing act. More information, obviously, a better qualified lead. Less information, more leads to follow up with. So it's really a question of testing it out. Moving on, it's also important the content that a site uses. So you can see here, Slater Gordon have 2,709 words compared to Citizens Advice, who have 4,910. So to start to compete for that top position, Slater Gordon want to get to at least 5,000, probably more like 6,000 words, because Google tends to prioritize pages that cover a topic in depth. It's also really important what's the words that are actually used. So Slater Gordon have done a really good job of under-optimizing the keywords. So it's not just stuffed full of personal injury solicitors over and over again. There are various other terms talking around the topic. And likewise, you'll see Citizens Advice are even more diversified. So it's also important to use those keywords in key areas, such as the URL, which they've got here. It could be a little bit longer and maybe add another synonym. Same goes for the title tag. There's a bit more space in there to hit a bit more topical relevance. The meta description is actually repeating keywords a fair bit and appears possibly a little bit spammy, which may be why it's being ignored. See here, Google are choosing to load up the content from the page instead. They've implemented heading tags, which is really important, and again you've got keywords within those heading tags, which is vital. They've got schema codes set up, which is an advanced technique. They've got some unnecessary duplication, and this has changed since I first looked at it. There were some errors in this previously, but they've now sorted that out. But you can also go a step further with this and say that you are an attorney. Obviously, a bit of an Americanism, but that's just the way the code is. Another key factor is how quickly a page loads. You can see Slater Gordon's personal injury page has a grade of 65 compared to Citizens Advice with a grade of 73. So search engines will give preference to sites that load faster because users prefer it. So I'm just going to race through how these elements and a few others affect the rest of the site. So we all know the dreaded 404 page not found error. They haven't got any of those because anything that is missing is appropriately permanently redirected as it should be. In terms of URLs, they've got some uppercase letters which can cause issues when transferring between servers, and they've got some parameters which aren't particularly user or search engine friendly, and some that are a bit too long. Definitely shorter URLs is the preference. Page titles, some duplication, so kind of saying that all these pages are about exactly the same thing. Some are a bit too long, some are a bit too short, not really taking advantage of the space, and some duplication of the heading tag. Meta descriptions, again, quite a lot that are missing, so I'm missing some opportunities there to stand out in the search results. Some duplication between them, and again, some too long and too short. It's actually too wide and too narrow. This is measured in width, and it's better to optimize the message for the space that you've got. If it's too wide, it'll just get cut short. Meta keywords are obsolete. Heading tags, again, quite a bit of duplication between pages, and some a bit too long. Likewise, H2 tags, quite a lot of duplication between various pages. And then finally, images. We've got a handful that are a bit too big, so they'll slow down the load speed, and then some that are missing alt text. So alt text is important to include because it was originally developed for screen readers to help visually impaired people, but search engines start looking at the alt text because it's easier for them to read that text than it is to look at the image and tell what it's about from that alone. So there you have it. These are the exact things that are enabling Slater Gordon to generate over £1 million in search traffic every month, leading to an estimated monthly revenue of over £3.6 million completely on autopilot. Now, I can't guarantee that you can generate that overnight, but I can guarantee that you can improve consistently and steadily over time. And you can see Slater Gordon started doing this at the beginning of 2013. So if you would like to see how we could help you implement this, there's no risk and no obligation in signing up to our mailing list and getting one of 100 free videos, only available until the end of July. Now, if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. There's really no pressure. But now it's completely up to you. You can do whatever you like with this information and with this offer. I will say this, if you want to consistently generate clients on autopilot, then everything we've said is meaningless without effective implementation. The most important thing you can do is take action. As you can see from Slater Gordon's results, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best is today. Now, we don't want this level of information getting out to everybody, so I can't promise how long I'm going to keep this around. Either way, we're having to limit this to 100 people or until the end of July, whichever comes first. It's also unethical for us to work with too many businesses in the same location, as it risks a conflict of interest. So if your competitors get in there first, I'm afraid I'll not be able to help you. So click the link below and sign up to our mailing list to get your free video before it's too late. Now, in the next video, I'm going to identify Slater Gordon's biggest hole in their marketing and the biggest opportunity that currently exists for local firms to really compete with and outperform what they're doing.